right, Movie Hutt, and welcome back to the Weekly Hutt, where we talk about all of the latest buzz in the world of movies. Sorry about the week off, guys, but we're back and we're ready to talk some movies. Easter break, and now we're back at it. So we're going to jump right into it. To my left are the co-hosts of today's show, Antonio Ferme.
Very ironic, but I loved Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
we're definitely getting into that.
Yeah, we're definitely getting into that.
And David Brown, how are you doing today?
Hey, subbing in for Timmy. I've actually been on the show several times, but it's never actually gotten up.
So today's will get up.
This will
get up, I promise.
Yeah, we're going to stay confident.
We promise you that, so he's doing the show, and you'll probably see him many times in the future.
Well, yep. Alright, so let's jump into the Weekly Insight, also known as the box office on our show. Batman vs. Superman, it's its second week, and it's made just over $51 million this week. It dropped 69.1%, which is just astonishing.
Yeah.
And it made only $260 million domestically and $700 million globally. Moving on to number 2, Zootopia continues to impress, still number 2 in its 5th week, and made $275 million domestically so far and $800 million globally. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 is at number 3 in its 2nd week at just over $11 million this week, so a little bit better than its first week, which was a little bit of a disappointment. God's Not Dead, number 2, grossed just under $8 million in its first week in theaters, falling short of its predecessor. And coming in at number 5 is Miracles from Heaven in its 3rd week, bringing in $7 million. So let's start at the top. Batman vs. Superman.
Very ironic, isn't it? We've had 2 different segments on our first Weekly Hutt ever, and then on our last one, roasting Batman vs. Superman. Now, don't get me wrong, I was right about everything except my own personal opinion. I was right. It's a partial success. In the next topic, we're going to talk about Warner Brothers' response to the partial success. It is definitely a partial success. Everyone at Movie Pilot, half the people love this movie, adore the movie. Half the people hate the movie. Timmy, personally, Greg likes the movie, he sees the flaws, but Timmy hates it. Timmy hates it. He's like, I got some bones. Bones to crush with this one.
Yeah, got some bones to pick with this movie.
Yeah. A little catchphrase right there.
Yeah.
But overall, a really mixed review with Batman.
Very mixed review.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us here liked it, but the drop just shows you that nothing's for sure.
For the general audience, I think that it was made for the fans, and that's what I knew. I knew it was a partial success. It has to make $1 billion. I'm not even sure if it's going to make $1 billion now. On its 11-day run, Iron Man 3 in 11 days has made more than Batman vs. Superman. Iron Man 3 did, don't get me wrong, good at the box office.
Well, Iron Man 3 did very well.
Yeah, it did very well, but it's Iron Man 3. Significant less budget and stuff like that. But Batman vs. Superman, let me say that Ben Affleck is the best Batman we have ever got.
Fantastic.
Best Batman. You have some problems with
I honestly, I really liked Batman as a character. Like Ben Affleck actually gave Bruce Wayne some character.
He did.
And, not just Batman. And I love that.
Unlike Michael Keaton, who's just an awkward little guy who's walking around.
He actually makes him seem a
and him and Alfred. Jeremy Irons, great actor.
Jeremy Irons was great as
Jesse Eisenberg was a great Lex Luthor. Even though some of his motives weren't intact.
Also, they tried to make him a little jokery, and I think they should have saved that
for
Joker.
Yeah, they should have done that. He didn't have his motives.
I think Batman himself was great, but the fact that he killed so many people in the movie.
Yep.
He straight up, he dragged a car behind the Batmobile and smashed it on another car full of people. He straight up took a knife and stabbed it into a guy's chest. He took a gun and shot a couple of guys in the face.
I mean, I see it both ways. I see, first of all, that's not Batman's character. That's not the Batman we've been on. But when you look at it from another perspective, he's been fighting in Gotham for 20 plus years, and he's seen. And by the way, I finished Daredevil. Daredevil was a great show. As the Punisher said in season 2 of Daredevil, villains pop back up like weeds. Yeah, I love that quote, which is true. If he doesn't kill them, they're gonna pop back up, and that was a major conflict between Daredevil, who's kind of like Batman, who doesn't like to kill, but then Punisher is if you don't kill them, they're gonna pop back up. So Batman, I guess, was looking at from that point of view, he's a lot darker now. He's seen a lot. they confirmed Robin has been killed.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more
that
people.
I figured out from the
But
first
yeah,
trailer.
that's what I look at it. Also, some other things about the movie. Just the fight scene is 8 minutes long. It should have been called Dawn of Justice, not Batman versus Superman. It shouldn't have
I think it
sold
should have been split into two
Was
movies.
Avengers Age of Ultron called Avengers Iron Man versus the Hulkbuster? No, it wasn't. It was not called that.
It was too long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a general
I
movie,
think it
it
should
was
have
too
been
long, right?
split.
It did drag out a little
It
bit.
dragged out a lot in the beginning. I definitely liked the middle point on, but in the beginning, for any general moviegoer, including myself, I think it was dragged out.
It's interesting to hear it from you because
I personally think it should have been
you're
split.
90% of the box office.
Yeah,
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 yes.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, so I just thought it dragged out. The plot took
and
a
that's
little
why.
while to develop.
And would you go see it again?
See,
exactly. That's my point.
Yeah,
That's
I like
why
the
the
movie.
69%
Yeah,
drop.
I like the movie, but I would not go back just because I don't want to spend 3 hours in a movie theater again.
Would you
For
see it again like in a year? Probably.
Probably,
Yeah.
What I
but not
personally-
next week. Not next week.
Not
no.
tonight.
Not tonight. No.
And you
What I-
saw it, what, 2 weeks ago now?
Yeah.
I think it should have been split into two movies because I think that they crammed so much into the movie that it seemed lacking.
It wasn't Batman
because
versus
Just because
Superman.
it rushed a few things. I think there should have been part one, Batman v Superman.
Yes.
And I think there should have been part two, spoilers, bing bing bing, big red
Oh, we can
letters,
talk spoilers,
The
yeah.
death of Superman.
The death of Superman, yes.
Yeah.
Well, the death of Superman, yeah.
As
Too
a movie,
big.
because
too big,
that
yeah.
was actually pretty accurate to the death of
I
Superman.
mean, his death. Literally, Zack Snyder said his death was pretty much so Batman can assemble the Justice League and Superman doesn't. Because he's a Batman.
I actually didn't know that.
He literally came out and said that.
But
like,
he's not
He's
dead.
cramming the death.
The dirt
he's not.
floated.
They confirmed that he's not
Dirt
dead.
floated.
They confirmed that he's not
I
dead.
knew he
Yeah.
wasn't dead.
They confirmed
I
that
knew
he's
the
not
dirt
dead.
was gonna move.
Which is stupid. That's why they shouldn't have. And that's what Justice League is going to be about, bringing back Superman.
They didn't have the balls to.
No,
keep him
there's
dead.
no way.
He's Superman.
There's
They didn't have
no
the balls
way.
to keep him dead in the comics. They're not gonna do it in the movies.
No way.
Well, overall with this,
Yeah.
I think it doesn't come to any surprise that came in at number one. Too much hype for this movie. For
Yeah, but I think it did
Absolutely.
drop down a lot, and there's a lot of problems. And quickly, Zootopia,
continues to
a
impress.
lot of movie, a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money.
A lot of movie.
And the fact that it's a Disney movie, it's not out of the ordinary that it's grossing this much money. And I thought it was very
Yeah.
well made, so I think it deserves to be at number two still. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 at number 3. Well, I need to go out and see this movie because I saw the first one and I loved it.
Yeah.
You might not want to ruin it for yourself.
Yeah, but a lot of these sequels, I mean, they're just totally
We've
off
talked
base.
about this
Dumb
too
and
many
Dumber
times. Keep
too.
going to depth.
Yeah.
So bad.
We've been into this so many times.
Yeah,
It's just comedy sequels. You say
the
what?
comedy sequels just
Yeah.
don't impress.
Well,
usually.
it's like the comedy sequels that are like from like 20 years ago, or like trying to remake a series like Vacation.
It's one thing doing it
Vacation
like,
actually
yeah.
looked like it was gonna be good. That was a god awful movie.
Yeah.
It was really
Like just
bad.
like everyone hated it, like 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hey fan forced it, what's up? God's Not Dead 2 didn't do as good as the first one. Miracles from Heaven.
Not God's Not Dead. Oh no.
Oh. But Superman is. Superman is.
Superman is.
And now we don't get to talk about Deadpool anymore.
Superman isn't dead.
Deadpool's off the
We have
list.
talked about Deadpool
Every
every single
show.
week.
This is-
It's sitting at number 10 now.
This is
At $3.5 million, still making moolah.
This is the first
750.
or probably
Cool.
next
I thought that was
next
great.
week
I thought
will be
Deadpool
the
did awesome.
first Weekly
Yeah.
Hutt where we don't talk about Deadpool because it finally dropped out.
That's a good thing for Deadpool.
Last week it technically dropped
Yeah,
That's
out.
a great thing for Deadpool.
It was at 7 last
Yeah,
week, it's at 10
I
this week.
loved Deadpool a lot.
On to topic number 2 for today, DC and Warner Bros. Realized that Batman vs Superman didn't do nearly as well as expected. They reported that they are shooting reshoots for Suicide Squad as they are adding more jokes into the movie.
Yep.
This week it was also revealed that Aquaman will be a fun movie, the Flash movie will have a lighter tone, and it was hinted that Cyborg will appear. DC has stated that they may produce less movies. What do you guys think of this?
Well, with the Suicide Squad thing, they realized, well, now that Batman vs. Superman, like I predicted, split with the fans, partial success, very important.
Yep.
They're gonna fix their slate. Suicide Squad has more views on the 8 trailers than Batman vs. Superman. And they revealed that all the jokes in the movie were in the trailers. And it's smart that they're going back and shooting more, because that's like a funny movie.
absolutely
It's
is.
also dark, but it's funny. And like everyone's really looking forward to that film, like myself and you. And
Yeah.
that would have been really bad if all the jokes were in the trailer. Like that would have been really, and it's not like the whole movie was in the trailer, but the jokes. And like I bet you a lot of the cool action was in there too. So they're going back and shooting some more jokes. That would have been bad. That would have killed the movie. So at least they recognized it. At least they recognized it.
From the trailer,
Yeah.
they kind of made it seem like a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibe.
Yes. Imagine Guardians of the Galaxy, all jokes were in the trailer. Just imagine that.
Yeah, that'd be
Like the
terrible.
Dictator. That's one specific one I remember. Every single funny joke was in the trailer.
Vacation. Every single
joke was in the trailer. So
That's not
that's
a good route to go.
trailers. And then Aquaman is supposed to have a fun tone. Like Aquaman looks like a badass. That looks like a dark movie. Like besides Batman, you would think Aquaman, like when you look at him, that would be a dark movie. And then James Wan, he's like, oh no, it's actually be a really fun movie. Okay.
Here's the thing that bothers me. Like the DC execs keep using the word fun. Fun. If their route now is thinking that Batman v Superman was wrong because of the tone it had, and just going, let's cram jokes into everything and make everything fun, that's not the route to go. Jokes need to be in context, same as a dark tone needs to be in context.
You can have some fun movies and then some darker movies.
Yeah.
Like Civil War is going to be a darker movie. There's also going to be some jokes. Yeah, that's going to be.
But there's going to be a
hopefully
joke
it's a
every once
dark
in a while.
movie. It better be a dark movie.
It's said to be the darkest Marvel movie of all time, but that isn't saying that much since Marvel movies aren't
that dark.
inherently dark.
Winter Soldier was decently dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's a great
But
one. Best one. But anyways, yeah. And then Flash is supposed to have a... That's obvious. And then if they even do the Shazam movie, which doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't.
The Flash movies, yeah, it should have a lighter tone. And when you saw the Flash in Batman vs. Superman...
He looked cool.
He looked cool, and like you can also, even from that couple seconds,
Well, there was
you
weird
could tell.
future Flash.
Yes, but you can tell that like he's like a fun character.
Yeah.
And then they were hinting at the relationship him and Cyborg have, and they pretty much like said that he's gonna be in that movie and that they're gonna have like a comedic relationship and stuff like that. So Cyborg is, that means his movie's probably gonna be lighter, and that so it looks like they're taking a lighter tone now. And at first I was a good dark tone, but then, now it's going to be cutting a little, look one step closer, similar to Marvel. The dark tone's separated. That was their main thing, separating from Marvel. Marvel's light, and I like those movies, but this is dark and realistic, and now they're going back to light.
They need to find their own charm, because the
Exactly.
Marvel movies have their own very specific charm. And that's one of the reasons I was really excited. Spider-Man.
And they have their number one.
He would
They're
fit
their
into
problems.
that really well.
They have their problems.
But then DC is usually.
But Marvel's almost perfect, though.
Yeah,
that's a
because
broad statement,
they
but they are pretty on the mark. We'll talk about next time. Like they got their one-shot villains.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
we'll talk about that in a little bit, but that's like their name. So yeah, they're not that
perfecting
great.
the formula.
But then they have Loki and then they have Thanos. and Winter Soldier,
DC is
but
going to
DC is-
polar opposites.
Exactly.
They're going with as dark and gritty as possible, and then now it seems like they want to change that
Exactly.
to as jokey as possible. There needs to be an in-between, and it needs to be something unique to them.
Exactly, it does need to be unique to them. And then they're pulling back on the movies. They're rushing the universe, and now that Batman vs. Superman was a partial success, now they're saying, whoa, we need to slow down. That's what they're doing. They're realizing that they haven't approached the universe idea in the correct way. I think that's what they realized. So, we'll just have to see where it goes from there. I like Batman vs. Superman, but, we'll have to see where the rest of the DC universe goes at this point. Honestly, it's not going in a good direction, and I kind of knew it too. But,
Topic number 3 on slate for today. Doctor Strange has officially concluded its shooting, and we are getting our first trailer next week on Jimmy Kimmel Live. There have been many set photos revealing many interesting costumes, such as the unknown villain role played by Mads Mikkelsen.
That's the one-shot villain we were talking about.
Yep.
Let me
We've
just
had
get into
Abomination. We've had Ultron. All
No,
one
Ultron's
shots.
not a one-shot. That was
Come on.
yeah,
Yes,
a
he
little more
is.
depth. Yeah, but there are much better examples like Ronan the Accuser and Malekith.
Yeah, Ronan was a one.
And Whiplash, who they wasted.
Whiplash
and,
they wasted so badly.
Aldrich Killian and
Cough Cough the Mandarin.
yeah, really.
Which
So Marvel has that. They're pretty good with their movies.
But
They're very good with their movies.
Judge the villain just yet.
We shouldn't, but they should have just went with Dormammu.
They have a bad habit of killing off their villains.
Honestly, they need to fix their problem with their villains. But let's not say that they've had some very good villains, like Loki, who's
Yeah.
one of the best villains.
Loki was a great villain. I actually thought Ronan was like legitimately menacing. Even though he was
menacing.
he was a one-off.
No, but I mean like Doctor Strange, and then they had like those like they were like leaping, like those like gifs,
Yeah.
like that gif where they're leaping and like people are
They
adding
put
them
him
into the
into
Civil War
yeah.
lineup.
Team Cap.
I think what that is like
officially.
they're gonna be hovering into the air, and there's gonna be like CGI incorporated. That they're not actually like leaping in the movie like.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
actually.
They're not gonna actually. Yeah. But yeah, all their costumes look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Doctor
Strange
Strange.
is straight out of the comics.
Oh yeah.
Same with the new Spider-Man costume and the Deadpool costume.
Yeah, they're pretty good with costumes now because they know if they mess it up.
People
Not
getting
good.
it. I mean, there are suits that aren't exactly out of the comics, but they still look really good and fit
Yeah.
into the movies well. Like Captain America isn't straight out of the comics, but they did him in a way that's actually going to look good on the big screen.
Yeah.
Iron Man isn't straight out of the comics,
Mhm.
but they did him in a way that's actually going to look good on the big screen.
Exactly. Yeah. But Doctor Strange is gonna be like a mystical movie, and I think it's interesting how we're gonna be going into a different like realm, and it's really gonna expand the universe forward.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna be able to see like different parts of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, leading us one step closer to Infinity Wars, which is gonna be.
And I just love how they've been expanding. Like, they've really expanded with Ant-Man, with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. And it's gonna tie into Ant-Man too, believe it or not, because that's the realm. I'm blanking here. The realm where he shrinks down. Oh, I'm blanking here. See, he's blanking too. The realm that there's gonna be some crossover there. That's the whole plot of the
We're
second
gonna
movie.
look it up and figure it out.
Oh, no, I know what it is. I'm just blanking here.
Yeah.
Blanking.
Well, yeah, I think
Yeah.
you guys just about covered it there.
Yeah, we know what it is. But yeah, mystical movie. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that trailer. But I don't understand why Jimmy Kimmel gets all the trailers.
He gets
Jimmy
all of
Fallon
them.
is 10 times more funny. He's so much funnier. So much funnier. But Jimmy Kimmel gets everyone. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
It's got to go somewhere. So,
Yeah.
all right. As long as it gets aired.
Yeah.
As long as it's
exactly.
aired, yeah,
Exactly.
that's all that matters.
All right, so let's move on to our final topic for today. Topic number 4. There are 4 possible new titles for the upcoming Spider-Man solo movie. Spider-Man Homecoming is the main one, along with Spider-Man Coming of Age, Spider-Man Greatness Awaits, and Spider-Man Suspended. So, what do you guys think?
Those
I
three-
don't like those names.
Yeah. I mean, those last 3 don't. Those are just like, oh, this is a new Spider-Man. All right, but they're not like good titles, first of all.
No,
and
they're not.
especially like in 20 years when there's probably like, it's not gonna make any sense. All the Spider-Mans are
guess
supposed to be young.
They can't really call him Spider. They can't just call the movie Spider-Man.
Like, see, those are just like random.
Unless they called it the
things.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Well, do you guys think
Same
Spider-Man
thing.
Homecoming is a feat?
Spider-Man Homecoming makes sense because that's relating to a comic book series where Iron Man and Captain America appeared.
So that's
hinting
like a comic book name.
because they're going to be in the movie. They're going to be in the solo.
You know, if just by looking at
So
this,
there's going to be multiple. That's hinting that the Spider-Man movies are having Avengers in it, and it makes sense.
just looking at this, the one that would appeal most to me to go out to the movie theater and watch it is Spider-Man Greatness Awaits.
Really?
Yeah, that would be the one. I'm not sure if it makes the most sense to you guys, but Spider-Man Greatness Awaits would be the one that would really suspend the movie as a whole, even before it came out, and make someone want to go out and see it. Spider-Man Suspended, Spider-Man Coming of Age. I really don't.
Suspended, I really don't.
Yeah, I don't
Coming
really
of
like it.
Age just sounds
Suspended would be like
really
a title
generic.
for like a different movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like they got a spectacular Spider-Man, even like, you know.
If they did spectacular Spider-Man, that would really be digging a hole of just having Spider-Man with a slightly different name.
Especially since I didn't like the spectacular Spider-Man comics, that will leave a little bad taste in my mouth. Even though they're just using the title. I mean, Spider-Man Homecoming does make sense. And these were like links on like Sony's website. Like you would type in like Spider-Man Homecoming movie.com and it would bring you to the Sony website.
Marvel movies a lot have like sort of like grittier advertising, you know? So I feel like calling it Spider-Man Homecoming would be kind of cool and like a little bit of a joke. Being that, you know, there are other superheroes here, it's Homecoming, but you know, like they've usually just kind of seemed, especially I think I'm kind of used to it with the Amazing Spider-Man. Like
that was
the
advertisement.
It was very.
They gotta think of
gritty
something
the
else.
way they advertise.
They can't do Spider-Man again.
They can't just call it Spider-Man.
Yeah, they can't just call it Spider-Man.
They
So
can't
they
just call
have
it
to
Spider-Man.
now. There are four pieces. Now they use Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man, which are the two that make sense. Now they're gonna have to end up with some wacky title because they can't call it Spider-Man. So let's just try to keep and pick the least wackiest title.
Superman was Man of Steel when it came out. It wasn't just Superman.
Yeah, like the Dark Knight. Like they could have called
exactly.
Batman.
They could have just called it Batman, but
yeah, they couldn't.
there were other movies
Yeah.
called Batman.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what they're gonna call the solo Batman movie is beyond me. But we'll just have to see. The Batman. Oh, wow. Put a "the" in front of it.
Yeah.
So creative.
Well, thanks for watching today, guys. 4 important topics today that we covered, and we got through it all, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thanks for all the support on our channel to this point. Be sure to like, scroll down, and comment, and subscribe to our channel as a whole. We enjoy all of our subscribers, and of course, it always helps support. So, until next time, you can also see our social media handles below. For David Brown, Antonio Ferme, I'm Emmanuel Berbari with the Weekly Hutt. Until next week.